Storm clouds moving in. Whatever's gonna happen, it's about to begin. I remember what the drunk donkey told me when he said, son, don't fear. Mike's where the page light is about to begin. Then he's gonna tell you about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you which way it's going, if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news that they try to hide. Just click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Well, there'll always be some haters, but they don't understand that Mike's got a friend and 100,000 more across the land. Well, if you want to know it first and you want to know it right and you want to have time to plan, Drunk Donkey Nation tells you when Mike, he's your man. Then he's gonna tell you all about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you if it's gonna be a storm, if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news that was trying to hide. Look on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nation. Yeah, you're in Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nation.
All right, what's up, everybody? Good morning. TGIF. Gotta love that, right? I think it's Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. All right, so there's a little bit of footage from our storm chasing last year. We'll let it wind down in case you're anticipating our clock to be done here.
You want to walk up there, or you want to go back? I don't think you can.
The last scene of the chase there, as we got stuck on River Road. Why would we be going down a road called River Road, right? I don't know. All right, so we got a whole bunch of peeps in here. Good morning. This is our daily brew. Brought to you by our great friends at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Friday. Make sure you hit them on the way home. Did you see that picture of Martha Stewart they had? It was pretty awesome. She's in the news. Google her. I can't really say. I don't know if I would get in trouble or not, but they were in the news. Pretty cool stuff. But anyway, big shout out to them. We love them to death. We're going to talk weather here. We're going to talk about storms. We're going to talk about tropics here in the next, I don't know, 45 minutes, hour. We'll see how long we go. We always just kind of chit-chat for a little bit. River Road in a hurricane, never a good choice. That's correct, Miss Shelley. Martha was rocking her swimsuit. Yeah, man, what is she, 80? How old was she? That's what I don't remember how old. How old is she? I think she was on a swimsuit model or something. I don't even remember what it was. 81. But the runner-up photo was at ABC, so that was pretty cool. Pretty cool. So the doorbell just rang. I gotta share a funny story. I forgot I ordered a couple things, and yes, I ordered these at Mom and Dad's. I bet you don't know what's in them. Reading glasses. I'm officially old. Oh my God! I got a really good prescription for far away, but up close, man, I'm blind, and I have both. Shelly knows she's going to do the same thing, I guess. Going through 2 sets of prescriptions. Now, why wouldn't they make this thing flat? So now, who designed this stupid thing? There's the case, right? It will not sit flat. It's rounded. Why would they come? So watch. Why would they make the case flat? It won't sit up. Silly. Now we got a lot of folks in Carolina. Let's put on the radar here. We'll chit chat with the radar Got that coastal low. Talked about it last week. Little chances last week we were seeing possible tropical development, but NHC doesn't have it marked. It does have spinach, and it is going to continue to bring storms in. It was kind of rough South Carolina yesterday. Overnight there was some storms. Definitely raining hard in Wilmington right now, and it's going to be spinning in action for the East Coast, especially North Carolina, throughout the day today. So we'll leave that on as we say hello. Hello. Angela, we're coming up to see you. 2 weeks, we're going to the Golf Jam. Miss Newbies, Wednesday night, we're doing the JB Jam. What the heck's officially called? Let me hear. So everybody's welcome to come out. If you're not going to the Golf Jam Wednesday night, you can still come and come hang out with us. Somebody from Tesla. Oh, cool. Here we go. So, Miss Newbies, Wednesday night, a week from Wednesday. That would be not Wednesday next week, the following Wednesday. It's the Jim Beam Sessions contest on Wednesday night, and I'm one of the judges. So you can come out and have a beer, especially if you're not going to the Golf Jam. So I'll be doing that. I get to be Simon Cowell for the day. Excited about that. Really thankful for City of Panama City Beach put me up. Mark Sheldon, the mayor up there, they're big followers of our page. So I'm so thankful for them hooking me and my family up for the week. So we're really excited about it. So Jody, we'll see you up there. Awesome, long time follower, Miss Jody. Miss Katie, we sure are. I know, Tesla. I can't believe I got a text from Tesla. So anyway, we're going to talk tropics here. We welcome everybody. We are streaming live on YouTube. Hello, YouTubers. We'll eventually be streaming live on Twitter soon. Definitely Facebook. We love Facebook. 1.4 million followers now here on Facebook. Yeah, we're getting ready for the season. We were not live Wednesday. I had a speech this week, but we'll be live Monday through Friday next week. And then the following week will be a little iffy, too, because I'll be doing the Golf Jam. So that means there's probably going to be something in the tropics. And there is kind of something brewing for the week after Memorial Day. Mike Soul, all right, a couple more minutes here. We'll say hi to a few folks. We got a lot of followers. Mr. James Fort, good morning. Martha wasn't photoshopped. Hey, I want to give a shout out to my buddies at San Antonio, hooking me up with a bunch of swag here from the FBI. I got a bunch of law enforcement, big followers of our page, and they're always sending me swag for the girls more than anything. So thank you for that. You know who you are. Begins with a J. Top secret. Can't say it. All right, so we talk about the tropics all the time. This is our official map. This is new now. This is every day in case you just pop it in. Welcome back. Haven't seen everybody in a while. Twilla from gloomy Surfside Beach, South Carolina. Well, you got a little sun coming later today, right? Loretta Reed, good morning. Crystal, good morning. TGIF. I got a funny picture to share later. You're going to love it. So anyway, no tropical development expected in 7 days, right? Good news. This is new this year. No more 5 days. They're looking out 7 days. So this little coastal low isn't expected to develop, but it does have spinach, and it is going to bring in some storms later today. Again, here's what it looks like. Pretty impressive, right? You can see a little spin. Pretty impressive. I got another radar site I really love. This one down here. If you look at the radar, underneath the National Weather Service radar, I have Google radar, and you click on this one, and it's pretty neat, man. I love this one. You can zoom in, fast forward, let it load. This is all the way from 3 in the morning. And you can see quite the action overnight. Here's 5 in the morning. This is our radar all the way through 9. So all this stuff's going to spiral in today, especially heavy rains across the coastal areas. So Wilmington getting steady heavy rains. We got a big blob out there now off of Wilmington. Got a lot of lightning with it. We can take a look at that here. Let's look at the Goes East satellite and take a look at the East Coast lightning maps and take a lookie. I love this map here. This is incorporates live satellite along with lightning. So there's what we got, man. Look at that. The whole frontal line, a little bit of spinach attached to it. Barclonic lows, they call those things. Mark, good morning from North Carolina. Got a lot of North Carolina people. Spinach. Angela says the closed caption says spinach. Morning, Mr. James. You see my highlights of Emily? Holy moly, man. She was rocking second. Yeah, Chris, I want to see that. I'll pull it up here in a little bit. I don't know if I'll get in trouble showing it, but yeah, the frying pan. You used to be able to sleep out there. I don't know. Can you still sleep at the frying pan? Shelly, yeah, you guys got rocked the last couple of days with storms. So, Port St. Lucie, yep, strong storms again last night. And we got the same thing today. I posted the rain map. Check this out. So all this stuff here. It's Carolinas. Nothing's expected off the Storm Prediction Center. Here's the Storm Prediction Center for today. Not just isolated thunderstorms. And like I said yesterday, these are tricky this time of year because, we talk about these types of maps a lot in the wintertime. And it's more for larger scale events because of the jet stream and more events like non-normal events. Well, we are in the time of year now. Normal events are afternoon thunderstorms. They're normal. So just because they're not in green or yellow or orange or pink or whatever these colors are, we still get some pretty severe thunderstorms. We had a lot of severe thunderstorms warning yesterday across the southeast, especially Florida had some again. Across the Panhandle, we had some in Georgia, Alabama. So, you're still going to get these storms. They just don't get deceived by this map. They're still expected later today, and we're going to show you the future radar here in a little bit. But there you go. Non-tropical low, we can look at it here. I like to look at things like the Knoll School site. We can see the cool windage. You can see the little low. Now you tell me that, hey, this is worth a shot of coffee right here. Look. Twice this year. So we're keeping score. There's been two systems this year I've talked about, and so far they're panning out. This is number 2. We talked about that one in the Upper Gulf a couple weeks ago. This one we talked about last week, and it never really showed signs of organization, but it's a weak low pressure area. And look at that. This is incredible spinach. Incredible. Cheers to that. To Louie. Oh, the dogs. We're going away for softball for the weekend, and the dogs are at their home away from home. So no puppies today. Got heat lightning. Yeah. Go post that on Dennis Phillips' wall. Right, Kitchen? Kitchen got her sticker. Non-tropical. Oh, yeah, we're going to name these things. I forgot, Shelly. I was a little shocked. I haven't looked at this morning. That is pretty impressive little low pressure area, man. Look at that. That is amazing. Really. Wow. That's awesome. Cool, man. I did not expect that. That's awesome. Just a surface low. Man, it's got a little mid. What the heck, man? It's even got a little mid-level low. Here's 500, 700, 850. Wow. What the heck? Is this thing going to be Arlene at the last second? Meaning tropicals. We're not talking hurricanes. Trust me, But, man, that's pretty crazy. What is up with that? Wow. And it's got a day over that warm Gulf Stream. Right here. Look at this. That's fueling it. There you go. Warm Gulf Stream wrapping in these storms. So the low's somewhere here, but all this energy gets fed off of that warm Gulf Stream. So it's going to be pumping all throughout the day. It's definitely a non-named Earl. We always name redneck storms. All right. So anyway, we'll keep an eye on it. That's really interesting. God, that is really cool. All right, enough of that. I know I'm just really blown away. I didn't really think we were going to see that clear spinach. Let's go look at some of these sites I haven't used all year. Cyclonic weather. I love this one. I don't think that he's got zoomable East Coast, though. I love his satellite imagery. He's got a true red, green, blue. I like the red, green, blue visible. It's too far away. I can't really zoom in on it. We'll just keep an eye on it. What the heck? All right, let's go look at weather nerds. We can really zoom in on weather nerds here. We like weather nerds. We're all a bunch of weather nerds. Wow. All right, let's see what this thing looks like. So we're talking about nothing official. Henry asked a great question. Yeah, there was a subtropical storm in January, Henry. Yeah, I posted it. If you go back and look, they designated it. It's AL01. It will not take the name Arlene, though. So our next system will become Arlene. But I got some really interesting footage I dug up from January when we talked about it. It had really good signature, a lot of convection, had all the signs, had rotation, it had winds, it had convection. I mean, it had everything that it should have had. And I don't know what took this long, but they designated it finally. That's right, Harold. It's going to turn up north. Good morning, Lydia. Is that how you say your name? Reykjavik? That's right. Chris mentions this tail, but this is very interesting. Let's put it in motion. We might just have to name this Earl. We got redneck names. We had Bubba, Cletus, Cooter, Earl. Goodbye, Earl. Ernest. I do not mean to offend anybody if your name is Earl or Ernest, okay? I mean, I wear a shirt that says Redneck Storm Chaser, so you can offend me too. I don't care. Because we're all just a little bit of redneck, especially if you live in Florida. I'm a Florida man. I can say that. I'm a native of Florida. All right, so after this, we're going to talk about the storm maybe coming up to Bermuda. I posted that YouTube hype video. Good morning, Katrina, Braxton, Paula, what's up? Dave Waters, Travis, you my NASCAR buddy? I think. We're going to watch this today. I'll tell you what. Sneaky little guy here. I mean, if it ends up having circulation and it has convection, and it's, I mean, where do you go from there? Well, so I can look at some ASCAT data here. Let's see if there's any jet stream action here. Passage. Ooh, there might be one here. No. A little too far off the coast. Let's see this one. Nah. Oh, we know it's spinning. We saw it. We see it right here. 1,000 millibars spinning away. Anyway, all right. Future radar. Let's take a look at what you can expect. We'll watch this one in real time. Real time. I just went into brain reset. Now I'm thinking back tropics. What am I looking at? Shear. I was like, now we look at shear. There's quite a bit of shear over the area right here. It is decreasing though, but there is wind shear. Let's see what else we can look at. Shear map. I like this map here. I got a little pocket here. A little maybe light wind shear, but there's heavy shear. Jet stream's moving right above it, so obviously it doesn't have the best upper level winds. So there's wind shear. So, I mean, if it has a chance to do anything, it'd be a weak system. But they might highlight it. I don't know why they don't highlight it. I don't know why. Could be 10%. There's your spread out 850. Had a little 500 too. Little 500. Wow. Okay. Enough about that. Let's look at future radar. There's other stuff I want to talk about. We're going to talk about next week's little low pressure area that might be pulling up towards Bermuda. That was the one that also has a chance to be possibly named. And then there is a little sign of later weekend, Memorial Day, that we could see a little something on the southeast. We talked about it yesterday. There's still not enough confidence to really go all in and start posting it. But it's worth talking about for next end of next week. So, all right. So here's the future radar. And this is all the way to tomorrow morning. Here's 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. It could be a little bit up in Virginia, northward Delaware area. But look at this. This is what you're going to expect about a day today. This coastal eastern half. Just going to have these storms rolling in off of the Atlantic. Even the HRR showing a little spin right here. So that's what we got today. All right, so if you're eastern North Carolina, just expect off and on rains today, some storms, heavy rains at times. We get some rain training. This is overnight tonight. So the rains are going to continue in eastern Carolina, definitely Outer Banks overnight tonight and then tomorrow morning. And some of these are going to spiral in towards Virginia overnight into tomorrow morning. So, hey, there's our unofficial, though maybe it'll be designated in 4 months. All right, so let's talk about that. All right. Love the hype, Jonathan. Did I hear NASCAR? Yeah. Earl. Oh, God. That's a song, Brian, isn't it? Was that a Dixie Chicks song? Now it's not. It's a Chicks now. Everybody spell C-S-E-A and guarantee you're going to get responses. Baltimore Saturday. Oh. Might be. Yeah, it might be pulling out by then. It should be pulled out by then. Maybe a little bit in the morning. But it should be out of there by Saturday morning. Or Saturday afternoon. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. There's a front coming. I forgot about that front. Forgot about that front. Yeah. That front's going to be making its way through Saturday afternoon. Light rain. This heavy rain's out of here. But this frontal line's coming down. This frontal line is going to be the story. So it's going to be a hit or miss Saturday for Preakness. It's definitely gone by Saturday night, Sunday morning. Sunday's beautiful. That's Sunday, nothing. But this frontal line that you're seeing here, this is going to be the story for Florida. We'll get into that here in a little bit. Well, let me just show you since I teased you. So yesterday I posted this little graphic here. This is your day 3 to day 8 hazards map. And you can see heavy rain for the East Coast. This is through the 22nd to the 25th. Basically, we got a lingering front that's going to be stalled out over Florida here. And the way that the winds are, it keeps the West Coast dry and the East Coast wet. It's so weird how that happens. But there's heavy rain coming. And you can look at the surface charts and see that. Hey, don't forget our friends at Done Right, by the way. We like to mention them during our lives. They're big supporters of our page here locally. Great followers of our page, and they do a lot of stuff for our community for sure. So, got a little banner right there. But here is the surface charts for next week, and this is what's going on. Look at this. So here's Monday, low pressure. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We got a low smack dab over top of Florida. Those winds are going to be blowing out of the Gulf, which pushes storms inland. That's why we don't have a lot of rain chances on the west coast of Florida next week. But look at that low, man. Sometimes these lows hang around. And this is what's going to... So the next spot to talk about after the Bermuda talk, which I'm going to talk next, is this little low right here. This little low starting to show up. It showed up yesterday. It's starting to show up a little bit again. Possibly pulling upwards the end of Memorial Day weekend into the week, like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday after Memorial Day. So you always keep an eye on these little lows that just linger. Sometimes they get stuck down here in the Gulf and they can do things. So that is storm system number 2. All right, so let's talk about the next system that we were talking about yesterday. There's a surface. I don't know if the surface chart's showing our wave or not. Nah, oh, there it is. Hey, little guy. There it is. So I might have been incorrect. My buddy Walter emails me a lot if you're watching. he brought up that the last couple years we've had a wave around this time. So I don't know. Everybody else was hyping the wave, so I hyped the wave too. I'm a follower. But anyway, this wave that we were tracking like 4 days ago looks like it's going to make its way across the Atlantic, as you can see here on the 72-hour surface chart. So the question mark is this. All right, this will be May 22nd. The question mark is this. Lingering front, low pressure, Memorial Day weekend. Does this wave merge with that and allow the juice to become something? So we'll talk about that in 2 and 2. Quiz time. What show is that? So we were talking. Let's go to tropical tidbits. We love tropical tidbits. I got them all linked right here. Look, right here. This is where you go. GFS. So we were talking about the Bermuda midweek next week. This wave is either going to become part of that or become part of Memorial Day weekend. But we're still seeing this little general blue is low pressure. This is this Sunday coming up, Sunday, Monday. This is what we were talking about for a while now. This low pressure comes up and basically, weak, yes, but is it enough to become, organized enough to do anything? So this is midweek next week. Got a lot of folks in Bermuda. We were talking about it a bunch. All the models have been showing, low, pulling up. Will it be enough to become highlighted by the NHC? It would be timing to midweek next week, so probably not. Today's Friday. If they're not interested in it by now. All the models have been showing it, low pressure right here. This is next Monday. Coming up. Nothing to get worried about. Just the fact that we got a low pressure in the Atlantic. Could become something. All the models have been showing it off and on. So there you go. That's kind of what we've been watching. There's no more, no strong signal yet for anything, but we do have a lot of folks in Bermuda. Maybe gets highlighted. This is what we talked about with our coastal low that's happening right now. Will this little guy become something? The Western Atlantic waters are warm. That becomes tricky. These things don't need a lot to get going. Here's what we could look at next Tuesday. This is what we've been talking about. And there you go. It's still there. No stronger signal for development. But like I said, we got a lot of people in that ship and fish. And here you go. Low pressure. Next Tuesday. Could be some big storms out here in the water. We'll see. GFS showing it too. So no big changes on that. That's why I like our daily brew. We talk about things like yesterday. We follow back up today. We see if there's any changes. See if things are consistent. They're consistent. And that's that. So how about that? We'll keep an eye on it. But no big changes. But again, we're watching this low off of the Carolinas today. I'm very curious about that. Love connection. I know what that was. I looked over there and I'm like, what was that all about? All right, let's do a coffee break and then we'll talk about Memorial Day weekend. All right. Graduation, Candace, where's that at? Hopefully not. Jimmy, what's up? Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Ryan over on YouTube. Becky says that low better not get out. Let's see. Love match. Wildfire smoke. Yeah, Harold, I've seen that. There's big wildfires right now in Canada. Let's check out our wildfire map, by the way. We still have it down here. Somewhere. I forgot where it was at, honestly. Where the hell is it? Somewhere down here, I thought. Well, live U.S. fire map. I don't know if it's going to show Canada or not. Does it show the Canada? Nah, it stops. Oh, yeah, we got big Canadian wildfires going on right now, which is bringing in a lot of smoke. Here we go. Here's the current fires here in Canada. Lots of fires. Lots of fires in Canada. You would think, what the hell? Canada should be snow, right? But there's a lot of fires. So look at that. These are all your live maps, man. Out of control. Holy crap. Everything says out of control. I've never seen this. Every one of these red's out of control. Look at this. Not to laugh about the fires. Trust me. I'm talking about the terminology out of control. But, man, look at these fires. Look at it. We got 128,000 acres, 148,000 acres, 40,000, 151,000 acres, 275,000 acres. Everything's out of control. That's bringing in a lot of smoke. Look, so when you get these systems, this is really fascinating here too. You can see it. Look at this. So I saw a lot of video coming in from Minneapolis today. Look, we got a little low right here, obviously, and it's pulling in this smoke. You can see it right here on satellite. So as our system spins, all this smoke is entering the United States. So there's Harold. And that's fascinating, right? The smoke, visible satellite usually picks it up. But this smoke is definitely entering down into the northern parts of the United States. So if you wonder why it's smoky, it's coming down from Canada. And you can see it like our weather pattern right now. Let's say there's a low. Let's go U.S. And there it is right there. So, lows just mean the way that things spin. So there you go. That's Shelly. Katie wants to know the link. Ha! The fire map. Actually, the one I just did is really easy. It's right here. Zoom Earth. Zoom Earth. I don't remember that fella's name, but he was nice and let me share some of his stuff last year. So I have a link up there for him, which is great. Zoom Earth is a cool site. Means they're not contained. Yep. I don't know. It just made me giggle out of control. That's because what people say. Hey, Emily Martin, I appreciate you asking me that question. I love questions, especially from new people. Emily Martin on YouTube wants to know my thoughts on the 5 to 7 day map. Well, I tell you what, I don't know if it's time for them to do that. Honestly, I'm worried about this because I see comments. Right, let's say this was the old 5 day map, and then at 2, this thing gets updated at 8 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 2 o'clock. So no new tropical expected. Then at 2 o'clock, we have a circle. And people are like, I thought you said there was nothing new. Well, technically, it might be 5 days from 2 o'clock, not 5 days from 8 o'clock. So 8 o'clock, I'm just worried 7 days, man, is a long time, man. I see these models, let's say, for instance, the Wilmington low right now gets a circle at 2. Right? I'd be like, well, why wasn't it there 7 days ago? That's just my thinking. I just think 7 days, it's going to be really hard because weather changes so much. We can speculate all day long and we could be wrong a lot, but I'm just worried they're going to be caught trying to catch up to, changing weather patterns and be behind the 7 days. And people are going to say, well, yesterday you said nothing. Now we got this in 3 days. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I think it's too far. I used to get yelled at for posting 10-day maps, and this is 7 days. So I don't know. We'll see. Do I like it or not? No, I don't like it. Put it to you that way. I like the idea of going out 7 days and 10 days. I just don't know if there's enough model consistency to really cause. Because this is great for me. Like, what's going to happen is, as soon as there's a yellow circle, news is all over it. Everybody's going to be flocking to the internet, But whether or not it, happens, we'll see. So, I don't know. Miss Bobby, what's going on? Look at this. So, I found a Christmas present in the garage. Does anybody know what these are? My mom and dad have one. We got 100 of them. So I couldn't figure this one out. I was waiting for the coffee to brew before the show started. I didn't throw it down. I dropped it. When I dropped it, it opened up. I'm like, it just opened. These little guys are great. Like, now I forgot how to do it again. I just sit here for hours and I try to figure these things out. Look, look. Ready, watch. Here we go, ready? Whoop! I love these things. It's a great drinking game. Oh, man. Keep it offshore, Mr. Mark. I like it. Go Braves. 98 Braves. Me and Shelly laugh a lot, Bobby. And I see fellow meteorologist friends do this. I want to talk about the cone. We're going to talk about the cone real quick in a minute. I tried to explain the cone months ago, and I posted a picture of Ian, man. 99% of my comments were, oh my God, what are you doing to us? Is that real? Yeah, people saw the cone. They put Ian. It says 2022 on it. But people respond a lot to pictures. Maybe that's why Instagram's doing so good right now. But so my fellow Mets, I laughed, Dennis the other day posted a picture with him pointing, I think it was Charlie or Irma. Half of his feeds were like, oh my God, I got a heart attack. Like they thought it was happening now. First off, you shouldn't be caught off guard. You should be watching our daily brew. And you would know. But so I can't post a model graphic because it would cause hysteria. Like, oh my God. All right, so let's talk about Memorial Day. So we got that system next week. Memorial Day is a little interesting. So we got that lingering front that's going to be parked. Bobby, since you're here, what do you think about Bobby? Did you see this? Look at this. Did you see the wind map? I cannot believe the spin that we have occurring off the Carolina coast right now. Obviously, it's not tropical, but we actually have it all the way up to 850, 700, a little bit of 500. So it's really interesting. There's a lot of wind shear coming in, but man, I mean, that's impressive looking for winds. So this is a watch in real time scenario. All right, next week, let's go to our long range modeling here, which was kind of teasing it. I talked about it yesterday and I didn't want to share it. I still didn't share it because it's too far away to really have any sort of, here, look at that. We're already getting a little spot. This is our next week's spot. This is what we've been talking about a lot. That's going to get pulled up. So there's still a chance of a little something here. I'm really surprised that NHC didn't circle it, but they didn't. All right. So next week, oh, look at that. Man, we got a lot of color going on for next week. That's the first time we've had dark purple all year long. A little dark purple. And this system is the one near Bermuda midweek. Wow. All right. Next week, though, Memorial Day, check this out. All right, so that lingering front we've been talking about, it's going to linger all week long across Florida. Sometimes they can get going. So you got all kinds of signature popping up now around the southeast. This is your tropical probability map. Very low chances right now. 5. But it just shows you that the models are starting to sniff this old low that's hanging out. Now, this would be right at the tail end of Memorial Day. So, casually keep an eye on it. Some of your spaghetti ensembles are showing it too. If I can find it. Where the hell are they? Right here. 00Z. That's not the one. Oh, there's two I want to look at. This one is showing, oh my goodness, all kinds of mess. All right. So just casually see what we're talking about. This is not anything to stress about. These are just ensemble members. It just kind of shows you that there's a few thinking that midweek low is going to pull up. Now then we're watching Florida for the Memorial Day time frame, and there's enough that we could see a low pressure area maybe pop something. I mean, so nothing to freak about yet. It's just that's the next area of, hey, lingering fronts, very, very, very common. Kickstart something. So I have a feeling this is the wave. Keep talking about that wave. The 72-hour wave is going to get pulled up midweek. This is so classic early season. You have a very rare African wave that's probably going to end up being a week low midweek, and then we have the tail front, which is the other way the tropics get going in May for Florida. So this is like the two ways tropical systems usually get going: a tropical wave, an old front. Both of them very low chances right now. Let's go back to tropical tidbits. Yesterday, they were showing good consistency that we could see something. So here we go. Let's go to this is 6Z. Let's go to 00Z. Here is next Friday, a week from Friday, the 26th, Memorial Day weekend. There it is. Same as yesterday. Weak low pressure. Friday, May 26th. And, whatever. We'll see. Yesterday's 12Z. Weak low pressure. Hanging around that front. Hangs around Memorial Day weekend. Oh, poor me. All right, 00Z yesterday. So there you go. Euro's been really consistent over Memorial Day weekend. A weak low pressure area. This low pressure area is expected to hang out all week long. There it is. Again, I know I'm a broken record, but there's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday leads into Memorial Day weekend right here. And there's that low. And so it's worth talking about. I'm not going to post it yet. But that's why we do it here first. Other models, let's see what the old Canadian model's showing. Kind of showing a little pop here, see? Basically, weak low pressure. Canadian's not a really good tropical model. We will look at the UK, though. It did really good last year. GFS is not worth showing until it proves otherwise, but it is showing low pressures Memorial weekend, and the icon does not go out that far yet. But it does show this for Friday. So this is Friday the 26th, and there's your low. So again, icon is phenomenal for sniffing out low pressure areas. Euros around here somewhere. So you just get the general idea. Low pressure all week long. So definitely, I feel confident talking about it. It's worth another YouTube video later. No, Becky, I appreciate it. They're good people. Coffee break time, Shelly says. Yeah, I'm going to do a little YouTube video later. I think I'll do a YouTube video later, about 2 o'clock. It'll be 5 o'clock somewhere at 2 o'clock because we're heading to Orlando. Interesting. Let's look at the UK model. I like the UK. Hey, let's look at this site. Haven't even, drum roll. Got me a no clicker mouse coming. Can't wait to check it out. I was listening to my recorded video and my clicking was driving me bonkers. So anyway, might be the end of the click. But I hope it has a click wheel. Because like Shelly said, I feel naked when that wheel doesn't click. It's like the Price is Right, right? What would the Price is Right wheel be without the clicker? That's like my clicker, the Price is Right wheel. So maybe what I'll do, this is what I'll do. I'll knurl little spots on the wheel and I'll like super glue a toothpick so it clicks on there. I gotta have my clicker. UK model. Oh, no, this is what. So I wanted to see if this works. Noah, right there. See, Noah. Drum roll. This is only for Invest, though, so really it's pointless. I just want to see if it's still there. Yeah, it's still there. Okay. So anyway, this only comes live when we have an Invest, so scratch that. But we will go check out the UK. Hey, then we'll look at Florida and see what kind of storms are popping today, because we've had some whoppers. We've had Big Macs, and we should name thunderstorms based on hamburgers. Like, we got Whoppers, we got Big Macs, spicy chicken. All right, UK. This is the England model. How do you spell UK? UK. That's a joke, people. All right. I guess we'll look here. What we're looking at, 168. We can't go that far. Darn it. It goes, but there it is again. Look. Thursday next week. Low pressure. It's very hard to figure out, but there you go. Lingering front, low pressure. Could be our fourth almost storm of the year. Remember we had that low that came down the upper Gulf and ended up looking kind of real. That was, we named that one. What did we name that one? With an A. Arnie? I don't remember. Then we had, I don't even know what the hell. But this is almost storm number 3. But the UK's showing it. Just point that out. We got models. We got let's see here. Let's see. What are these models? I'll tell you what we'll look at here. I want to look at this right here. Southeast. I think we only do Gulf. Close enough. All right. Let's first look at lows. See how many lows we have popping here. There's a few. Nothing too good. We got spaghetti models. SpaghettiOs. I like spread. Kind of shows you the, All right, well, it's worth talking about. This is next Friday. All right, so cool. 3 things on tap today, right? Clear spinach off the Carolina coast. Storms are going to be whipping in today, mainly North Carolina. Some might sneak into South Carolina, maybe the northern parts of the coast. Mainly North Carolina. Then tomorrow morning, we might have some sneak into Virginia, but still kind of be lingering Outer Banks. I got to do weather in a nutshell. I haven't done one of them in a while. Secondly, we got a tropical wave that's rolling through the Caribbean that might get pulled up towards Bermuda midweek next week. And we got a lingering front all week long hanging out over Florida. Let's take a look at rain chances. And there's an outside chance towards Memorial Day weekend. Lingering fronts are low pressure areas, and that means usually when you have a front linger, you start to lose wind shear. Fronts that linger, wind shear decreases, enabling them to spin a little bit. Here's rainfall through Sunday night, Monday morning. And as you can see, the West Coast coastal area is almost nothing. That's because we have a wind flow out of the Gulf, which is pushing everything inland. Typical Florida storms popping today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Nothing for the West Coast. Again, nada. They are in a serious drought. We are. I said they are. We are. My lake's as low as I've ever seen it. Total precip here coming on. And this is all the way through next week. And here's, all right, so remember that graphic I showed earlier showing you heavy rain touching parts of Florida or Georgia, maybe into South Carolina? So what is interesting about this model right here? This accumulated rain is more now. Let me pull it up. This is all the way through. Let's pull it up. This goes out 168 hours. So let's open this one up. 168 hours. All right. So let's super zoom it. And all right. So here's Carolina. This is mainly rains today, tomorrow. All right, then we get into this lingering front down here. And look, I'm telling you, it is like we have a force field up for the west coast of Florida. They're not predicting even a half inch of rain through next weekend. This is all the way to next Friday. So heavy rain, obviously, middle part of the state. This is just your random summertime pattern. Not anything technically organized. It's just because we have that frontal line in place. That means we have more moisture in the air. Anytime you get precipitation in the air, your rain chances increase. So that's through all next week. And again, yesterday came out. In case you missed it, we had a new drought index comes out on Thursday. At least in Florida it does. I don't know where else, but it was extended. Oh, it got little. It got extended more areas in red now. Went farther south. So red is extreme drought. There's only one color worse than red, and that would be this brown exceptional drought. So we got large part of the Florida West Central here in red. And really, still the whole peninsula, even moderate drought across pretty much the whole peninsula. Remember, the southeast has been getting a lot. Panhandle's been getting a lot. But that's really weird to see. And that's pretty much the wind flow. We've had this constant, Bermuda High has been way over here. And that's just been allowing the winds to shift. And you get these sea breeze style storms, and they all go that way. Nothing comes this way. So that'll shift. Once this high pressure builds back in place, right now it's hard for the high pressure to get built in because of these fronts. But once that high pressure begins to set its foot, put its anchor down, then the storms will return. But look at where the high, like technically that could be considered your Bermuda High. Look where it's at. Usually it's about right here. And that enables more winds to cross the state, allowing more rains to work their way across the state. But right now, the winds are kind of dead, and they just kind of sea breeze collides, and everything goes this way. So, anyway, no rain in sight. All right, a couple things real quick. Let's read some comments. Don't forget Father's Day is coming up. The most coolest gift ever. I love mine. There's a link right here. Tempest, you get a 10% discount by using that link. It's phenomenal. Weather station, wind, rain. Gives you your own personal forecast based on your area. I don't know how it does it. It uses other data around you to populate, even though Tampa might say 99, it knows that we're going to be cooler because we live on a preserve. So it adapts to your surroundings. Pretty awesome. It detects lightning, everything. It's got a cool online. It's got an app. So anyway, that's pretty cool, right? And of course, I've got a new shirt I debuted this week. Hopefully, you liked it. Here it is right here, two-sided design. So make sure you pick it up. Another great Father's Day gift coming up. Two-sided. I wore mine yesterday. Got noticed a few different places. It's got the names on the back, so that definitely helps out the site. And then last but not least, we got subscribers. We love all our subscribers. We got some new ones this week. Cheapest $5 a month you can spend. Cheaper than a cup of coffee and a pint of beer. And that's how you support everything we do here, by supporting. And we have a lot of perks that goes along with it. So it's just like tipping the pizza guy you never see and will never see again. But it's cheaper, and you got me for every day of the week. Plus more. All right. So there you have it. It's hot out west. Typically, it's very cool in the northeast. Hot out west. Water temps we talked about. Let's talk about the cone real quick. I promised we were going to talk about the cone. This is not real. This is not live. If you don't want to see it, understand. This is Ian. I want to talk about the cone. What I noticed this week, when I did my Rotary Club speech, there's quite a few people that are still a little confused about the cone. So this is important to get the word out, and I won't spend a lot of time on it, but let me just leave it right here. So let's pull this one up. this was obviously Ian. This is not live. I'll leave it right here. Tropical Storm Ian. But Sunday, if you might recall, Sunday morning I did a video on YouTube. Expressed my feelings how I was worried that this was going to go to more west central Florida and not the Panhandle, and I explained why. The cone, if you read the top line there, the cone is anywhere that the eye could go. It's not the path of the storm. It's not the effects. A lot of people think it's the effects of this area. So many people focus on that black line. I'll never forget that the weekend during Ian when it shifted a little to the Panhandle. Everybody around me in Tampa said, it's gonna miss us. Well, first off, this is a terrible path for West Coast Florida, regardless. But still, people's emotions are too involved with every 6-hour update, and they focus so much on that center line. So if you look on Sunday, the outer edge of the line was still in the Fort Myers area. That is where the center of the storm could go, not the effects. And what this did was it followed this line. It was right. The eye followed the cone. But the problem is hazardous conditions can occur outside the cone. That is so important. So even though our storm went here, it was huge. And we had a lot of surge and flooding all the way down to Naples and beyond, and the East Coast around Miami. So point is the cone isn't going to change. The cone is anywhere the eye could go. And if you have a 400-mile wide system, that means the eye is 200 miles. That means there's still 200 miles outside the eye that could be serious, especially on the east side, right side. Storms spin counterclockwise. So if you're living in Tampa and you're wondering, when we had Irma and Ian, we had almost nothing in Florida because everything is counterclockwise. That's why the effects of a storm generally are all on this side and a very little bit are on this side. That's because of the counterclockwise effects. So just, I hear it a lot. People are really confused with the cone. The cone is where the eye can go, not the effects. And that really caught a lot of people off guard. When you see this on Sunday, you think, we're good. Especially living down south. You're like, I'm good. What's going on over here? And then guess what? 3 days later, it turned. And that was bad. The other point that I want to make is that really is important to me is this right here. This graphic right here. Let me pull this one up. If you remember, we talked about this a lot on our show, and it means a lot to me because it did happen, and there's a lot of people that told me they listened. But so here's the other perception. This is not live, by the way. Somebody just asked that. Come on. You got to read, man. This is Ian. Oh, I lost my pointer. Where'd you go? Anyway, it's Ian. All right. So this is the other point that was really a big story with Ian. More than anybody has ever talked about. I've heard it talked about very, 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 very little. Two things. One, the talking point was this. Two things here. It was expected to weaken. That was all over the news. Major hurricane, yes, but it's supposed to weaken to a hurricane by landfall. Landfall was supposed to be Friday. So everybody got in their heads, Friday landfall, it's going to be weaker. I know there's a ton of people on the West Coast that thought that. Well, if it turns, it's going to be weaker. They're calling for a hurricane at landfall. Hurricane at landfall. Hurricane at landfall. Hurricane at landfall. Hurricane Friday. For Friday. Look, 8 a.m. on Wednesday, this is where it was expected to be as a major. This thing turned, which it did. It ended up Wednesday as a major. 2 days before most, I think, probably thought. I heard this comment from so many people down south that they were caught off guard. In their head, Friday, oh my God, it's Wednesday. I don't know how you fix that. I'm not faulting anybody. It's nobody's to blame. It's just the perceptions of that cone. You know, you think, oh, Friday, hurricane. You don't think, oh, Wednesday is a major. You know, so man, we got a lot to learn on communicating storms. And, you know, City of Oldsmar told me, I better leave this graphic before everybody freaks out on me. So City of Oldsmar told me, which is so fascinating, look at this little tidbit. They use sewage reports on how many people actually evacuated. I never thought of that. It's awesome, right? They know how much sewage they use daily, and they can measure how much sewage was used during a forced mandatory evacuation, which we were. And it was like around 80% were still here. So we only evacuated 20% of our city. That's a lot of people that stayed behind. So what I'm so worried about living here in Tampa more than anything is Charlie turned the last second, Irma turned the last second, Ian turned the last second. Nobody's going to evacuate. I just know people, they're stubborn. Oh man, so we got, we just everybody's got to be a part of this, and if educate the best we can to spread things like that. Her tropical storm Ada, nobody even went to bed cared because it was off our coast. We had 1,000 homes flooded because of Ada in 2020. 1,000 homes flooded. Hundreds of water rescues in western Pinellas County along the beaches. Hundreds of water rescues in the middle of the night. People waking up to a foot or two of water in their homes. I was storm chasing in it. I was the only one. I'm on the Drew Garabo show. I'm like, I don't think people even know. We got a potential problem. I'm talking about it, and everybody's like, go to bed. It's only a tropical storm. It's not even going to make landfall. So education is so critical. And we had a high tide that day. I'll never forget. But man, flooded homes, man. Every road you looked on, man, they were doing water rescues. And people waking up and having to walk out of their homes and had nowhere to go. And, it was a nightmare in Pinellas County, 2020, So, hype or not, man. Anyway, that's my little soapbox of the day. Matt Devitt, Harold, yes, he is taking out the center line. We'll see how that goes. Look, I got another cool thing I got today in my box. This is my Storm Chaser. Julie says I have too many wires in my truck, so I got some wire wrap. I'm pretty excited about. I wonder what it looks like. I got the tiny stuff because oh, look at this. Ooh, I like it. Tear it open. Look at this. This is so cool. It's like a snake. Look at that. So my wire tucking. I just banged myself in the head. All right. Well, I rambled on enough. Appreciate everybody's listening. All right. Yes, El Garage, I totally agree with you, buddy. All right. Storm is not a line, Mike. Totally agree. That's right. All right. So immediately, let's all watch radar today, and watch this little system here. Very, very interesting. Oh, now the radar's down. That's not good. What happened there? Huh. Not a good time for the radar to go down. What's up with that? What the heck's going on down there? Let's see here. Did the radar go down? That's not good. What is up with that? My radar scope doesn't work anyway. I wonder why the radar is down. No, it says it's up. Oh, it's old. Wait a minute. No, it's working on PC. Or my radar scope here. Wow, look at this, man. This is so wild looking. Unbelievable, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, it's got a little spinach. Little spinach. Technically, the low is right off the state line right now. And you know what? That Gulf Stream, like we talked about, that Gulf Stream is warm. That's going to help really induce. And like I was showing earlier, man, the lightning map really shows it. And I have another link over here for lightning. Sneaky little system. I don't know why we don't have a crayon. I love looking at these type of maps. Oh, I didn't link. Oh, I love these kind of maps. This is so cool, man. I gotta find the Tempest map. But look at the general arrows pointing here of our system. You can clearly see where the winds are. I mean, everything is pointing to smack dab where that low is right now. You know, all these. This is on wind alert. Wanted to see the lightning. Where's the lightning? Lightning. Where did you go? I can't ever remember half the crap in my sight. I know I went by it already. Did I? No? Where the heck is it? I'm getting old. Alright, there's my lightning map. This is lightningmaps.org. And there's all your lightning off the coast. Right off the coast of Wilmington. And we got it stretching all the way down here to the Bahamas. Is anybody down in Bahamas? Freeport? Rocking and rolling down there, Grand Bahama. Pretty cool, huh? That's going to be gone by the weekend, though, at least for the Bahamas. So anybody going to Bahamas? Anyway. Alright, y'all. I love doing these things. Alright, now I'm going to go now. So, I got a lot to catch up on. We got to get ready for our... Oh, Wendy is down too, Shelly Sam. Why would they unhide your comment? Why would they do that? There's so many comments... What was that? That get blocked for no reason. We have stories, me and Shelly, about things that we say that you're not allowed to say. Is it going to stack? It's trying to stack, Jonathan. El Garage, listen. Ocean level going up. I don't know about that, but I do know one thing. There's articles about the Gulf Stream slowing down a little bit, which could be responsible for more water reaching coastal areas, where usually like the current would pull it. Now it's kind of going in a little bit. There's a theory that along the East Coast, you know, if the Gulf Stream's slowing down a little bit, the water can intrude a little bit more towards coastal areas, and not that current slows down. That makes sense to me. But Gulf Stream definitely fuels storms. Definitely. Especially this time of year when, let's take a look at the water temps, what that Gulf Stream's doing. You know, it's 80 degrees, technically. I got to make a post. 80 degrees technically is tropics need to get going. So let's look at sea surface temperatures and see what that old Gulf Stream's doing right now. Right here. There's 80 right there. Yeah, see, the Gulf Stream's 80 degrees. 80. 73 off the coast. But the Gulf Stream's 80. So we definitely have tropical rain bands rolling in. Let's look at the map here of the HRR now for the next 48 hours. Take a look at well, I guess we can look at radar for now. Then we'll look at far down the road. But here's Florida storms today, by the way, if you're curious, like we talked about, they're going to start popping right along the coastline Interstate 75, looks like, and work their way inland. That's the pattern the next few days. We've already went over all that. So, all right. Hey Helen, great question. Have I done a hurricane ready video? No, but there is a cute little video on the bottom of my page here. I gotta turn a lightning map off. I don't know where it's at, so let's just kill some windows. One of these windows is my lightning map. I don't know which one it is. Oh, there it is. I just found it. So on the bottom of my page here, I did a cool little ABC Action News special from Mike's, and they talk about what to put in a hurricane kit. So there you go. ABC Action News Hurricane Special from Mike's. And the Red Cross actually came to the house and they did a really good video on what a hurricane kit should have. So check it out. Check it out. I also have some really good links up top here. Plan and prepare right here. NHC, NWS Plan and Prepare. I got a plan link that talks all about kits like that. See? All kinds of things to know. It's great source information. And then I also have a link here to prepare, kind of the same stuff, but it's more of a kind of an educational about know your risk, prepare, understanding forecasts, stay protected, use caution. That almost didn't go right. Stay protected. Use caution. Take action today. Come on, you know that was funny. All right. Well, everybody, be good. Don't forget life jackets. Yeah, today's life jacket day, I think I saw on Twitter. All right. Cool. Well, thank you all so much for watching. We really appreciate it. It's always available right here on the very top of the page. You can listen to it. You can listen to it on the app. And I don't know if I combed my hair today, but I got my reading glasses. Let's see what they look like. I have my week subscription on right now. So, but look, these little guys are cute. They fold out. Oh, I got fingerprints all over them. I hate fingerprints. God. This is why I hate glasses. Fingerprints. Terrible. All right, let's see what they look like. God, they're little. Look how little these little things are. What am I going to look like? Ready? Here we go. Oh, my God. Whoa, they don't even fit my face. What's going on here? Wait a minute. Oh, they pull out. Oh, my God. So I put these on. I'm like, look at this. I'm like, yeah, that's how they go. No, they actually pull out. There we go. Yeah, but boy, I can't see nothing. But I can see up close though. Oh man, it's like a holy cow. I can read. What can I read? Boy, they're weird looking, man. Woo! See if I can read this here. Let's see. Oh my God, it's like a miracle. All right, man, I don't even need a drink. It's a lot of work, so I gotta go do. Don't touch the lens. Fold them back up. Put them back in there. With the case that doesn't stand up. Who would design that? Not me. There we go. Ready for the weekend. They even got a little magnet. Look at it. Looks like a lighter. Hey, as you get older, you don't get big lighters anymore. You got reading glasses. Pull out, Beth. All right, cool. All right, so I'll probably do a little video on maybe the next spot watch. I don't know. We'll see. If not, I always post it and let everybody know. But we'll be live Monday, right? Have a great weekend. We're looking forward to whatever you're doing. We'll be watching the Rays tonight. Hopefully they can win again. Got a NASCAR race coming up tomorrow night. I'm really excited about North Wilkesboro All-Star race. That should be a lot of fun. All right. Well, that's it. Have a good one. See ya.